Hello everyone. Today we are going to start the third lesson, Computerized Accounting with GST. In this chapter, we are going to study the process of accounting software, different accounting packages, practical application of accounting software, important concepts under GST, GST calculation using different accounting packages, and GST on goods with example and GST on services with example. Nowadays, we see that every business is having a computerized accounting system, though the business is small or large. That means every business uses a computer software to maintain their books of accounts. Last year, you have studied GNU Khata, and this year you are going to study computerized accounting with GST and ERP 9. Accounting information system that processes the financial transaction and events as per generally accepted accounting principles, that is GAAP to produce reports as per the requirements. Modern computerized accounting systems are based on the concept of database. You may be familiar with the concept of database, that where complete raw material or raw information is stored in the tabular format and we can generate anything from that data. A database is implemented using a database management system, which is defined by a set of computer programs or softwares that manage and organize data effectively and provide access to the stored data by the application programs. The computerized accounting, the transactions In the computerized accounting, the transaction data is stored in well-organized database, and so that we can generate different type of reports. Accounting software describes a type of application software that records and processes accounting transactions within functional modules such as accounts payable, accounts receivable, journal, general ledger, payroll, and trial balance. In the functions as an accounting information system. Now let us see the working of accounting software. Accounting software works in 3 stages. First stage is the input, that is data. Data is the collection of raw material, and this raw material is known as the masters or master files. Then second step is the processing entries, and final stage is the output reports. Now the first step, input masters, having ledger, group, voucher, stock item, unit of measure, and go down. While processing entries includes accounting voucher, inventory voucher, and invoice. And the final stage, output reports, displays profit and loss account, balance sheet, day book, trial balance, and GST summary. Now let's see the process of accounting software. Accounting software process having 7 steps. First step is the creation of company or organization. Second step is creation of ledger giving appropriate groups. Third step is the selection of correct voucher. Fourth step is GST calculation. Fifth step is posting of transaction into the accounting or inventory voucher. And sixth step is the displaying reports of various formats or various things. And last one is printing of all that reports. Now let's see all these steps one by one. First one, company creation. First of all, performing anything in accounting software, we have to create the company. Last year also you have created the company with all these things. Here directory, that means where the software is stored, that path is provided. Then you have to provide the name of your company and its address. Country, by default it is India. Then state you have to provide it as Maharashtra, or if any else then you can provide it. You have to provide the pin code and all other details like phone number, fax number, email ID or website address. If you want to secure your company from others, then you have to provide the password. Then there is some basic information, that base currency symbol, it should be in rupees. Then number of decimal places should be 2, like this. In such a manner we can create the company, and after creating company we can start our processing in computerized accounting. Then second step is ledger creation screen. In ledger creation screen, up in gateway of Tally under masters you are having accounts info. Under accounts info you will get the ledgers, and under ledger you will get the option as single ledger or multiple ledger. Currently you are going to create a single ledger, therefore click on create and then you will get the ledger creation window. Here you have to select the proper ledger creation window depending on your transaction. Ledger can be created as a single ledger or multiple ledger. Single ledger is the modern way of managing accounts which is currently used. All financial entries are made using ledger or account heads. Ledger accounts are created to identify transactions. Groups in accounting software classify and identify account heads according to their nature. For example, salary or wages are grouped as indirect expenses and furniture is fixed asset. This helps in presenting summarized information. You all already studied the concept of group and subgroup with their respective ledger in 11th. Next step is the selection of correct voucher. A voucher is pre-numbered accounting document used for recording daily transactions. Every voucher maintains its debit and credit records. Here sample of 2 vouchers are shown. Here payment voucher and here receipt voucher. In payment voucher, here account is given as our transactions are related with the salary and office rent, and therefore our account is SBI. Then in receipt voucher, whatever the things we received, all that transactions are mentioned. Now let's see predefined accounting voucher types. First type is the receipt. Receipt is used to receipt voucher is used for amounts received by the way of cash. Payment voucher is used for the payments made by cash. Sales voucher is used for credit sale of goods and services, and that is in the format of cash. Then purchase voucher is used for cash and credit purchases of raw material, semi-finished goods and finished goods and services. Like this. Contra voucher, then journal, then sales return and purchase return. Sales return means return of goods by a customer, and purchase return means return of goods to a supplier. These are some of the predefined accounting voucher types. Now next step is the GST calculation, that is the fourth step. GST stands for Goods and Service Tax. It is indirect tax which replaced many indirect taxes in India. The act came into effect from 1st July 2017. GST promotes one nation, one tax. We will see its all other details in further slides. Next one is the posting of transactions into voucher. Posting a transaction through voucher is known as voucher entry. We can add any numbers of debits and credits in a voucher entry depending upon the transactions. We can also provide narration, which is optional. Now, steps for voucher entry. First step is creation of ledger with appropriate group or subgroup. Second step, select the appropriate voucher type from the voucher menu. Third step, enter voucher date. Fourth step, select the debit account name from created list and enter the amount. Fifth step, select the credit account name from created list and enter the amount. And last step, enter narration and save using enter key. Then next step is the displaying various reports. In computerized accounting, various financial and inventory reports can be generated after finishing the recording of transactions or in specific intervals, such as trial balance. Trial balance provides a report with all debit and credit balance of all ledger accounts. Second one is profit and loss account. It gives the final working result of the business with net profit or net loss. Next one is the balance sheet. It is the statement showing assets and liabilities of the concerned business. Next one is day book. It shows the complete day's transactions with all vouchers. We can also display it for specific period. And last one is the GST reports. It shows the GST received and paid by you. It is used to calculate your GST payment or refund. And last step is printing various reports. For printing various reports, we have to use Control P. That is the shortcut key to print the reports. Printing of various reports is useful for the future reference, mainly for the audit. Okay, this completes the steps for now exercise. First question, in Tally ERP 9, which reports can be generated? And second question, explain various voucher types. Write down this exercise or solve this exercise in your notebook and upload it on the IT exercises group. Okay, we will stop here today.